Hey everybody, I've got two really quick frame projects I want to show you guys. I've had this little business card frame for a while and I wanted to use it. I also have this beautiful shopping bag. It had this beautiful floral painting on it. So I wanted to kind of marry these together. Since this looks like a business card holder, I'm going to take it off, take the clamp off. And now I'm going to take my matte Mod Podge and just spread it all over the former business card holder. I just removed that little clip. I used a little screwdriver. So I am cutting, I'm not going to cut out the shape completely, but I'm going to cut to the point where I want to feature the artwork that's on this shopping bag. I just thought it was a really cute little shopping bag and wanted to give it an opportunity as a display piece in my house. So I have that pressed down with matte Mod Podge and I'm just going to let it dry completely. So while all this is drying, we're going to work on this other project. I'm taking a postcard that I had from a trip to Park City, Utah, and I wanted to kind of use this to memorialize the trip. So I'm just taking my postcard and spreading some matte Mod Podge on it, and I'm going to glue my postcard to a piece of cardboard, and that'll be the base. I'm also, as you can see, going over the top of the postcard with another layer of matte Mod Podge. You'll see why I do this a little bit later, but basically I'm just trying to protect this as much as I can, and I find that Mod Podge is actually really good protecting. So that is that frame that I'm going to end up using, and I have the glass, I have everything taken apart as well as the mat, and I have a piece of fabric. Now we're going to flip back to my little former business card holder. And I've seen a few other YouTube crafters do this technique with sandpaper, trying to take the edges off and make it look nice and clean. And I will say I struggled a little bit with this, but I think the biggest thing I realized is that my paper is thicker. I've seen other people use it more for scrapbooking paper. So if your paper's thicker, this technique may not work very well for you. So just be aware. And again, let your glue dry completely before you start trying to take the edges off. It took me a little while, but I ended up getting it done. So just gonna finish that off. And now we're gonna flip back to the larger frame. So I've got the glass and I've got a piece of fabric that I thought coordinated with my postcard. So I've got my school glue. I didn't think I needed Mod Podge for this, so I just took some regular school glue that I had. And I'm just gonna put a little dab on here and spread it around with the paintbrush. And I'm gonna take this piece of little herringbone fabric that I have and glue it directly on the glass. I'm not gonna end up using this glass as a protectant in the frame. This glass is going to be the base of the frame and the base on which everything is going to sit. It's gonna give a really fun layered effect. So I don't see this too often, so I think incorporating something like fabric in a frame is unique and gives you more texture and color options. So to finish off my little tiny frame, I've done some distressing on the shopping bag as well, and I just want to show you guys, I'm going to add some greenery around the edge. I'm just going to take my glue gun. I thought it needed one more kind of floral flare on here, so I'm just going to glue this around the edge. It'll end up looking really pretty. So very simple project. So now I've got my mat and I've got my fabric. So I'm using the mat that came in the frame. The frame had some hideous fish picture in it. So always look at the frame when you guys are thrift store shopping, because you can find some really beautiful frames. This one was 99 cents, which I thought was a steal because this frame was really high quality. It just had some ugly art, so I think that's why it kept getting overlooked. So I'm just gonna take my glue gun and take the mat for this picture frame and glue it directly on the fabric covered glass. And then I'm going to take my postcard that I glued onto my cardboard, and that is what is going to be in the middle. So I'll end up with this layered look with all these different coordinated colors. So I think this is just a really fun idea. I hope it inspires you guys to maybe use a frame you have around the house, or if you're out shopping and you see a frame that you like, take something and frame one of your postcards from your trips. It's just a really fun, special way to memorialize a trip, sometime that, you know, someplace you had fun. So yeah, take it and run with it, because I think you can come up with a really unique piece. So the last thing I'm going to do is just stick my my completed picture inside the frame. So, and seal up the back. It just had the little tabs at the back. You can see it probably was supposed to be a table frame, but that's pretty much it. So it turned out really great. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you so much.